What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Exciting flipping day today. At least I think it's exciting. I don't.
It's been a crazy day.
It's.
Like literally, my entire day got turned upside down.
I would. We'll get to what it is in a second. I was at work, and like the first 2 hours of me being at my like real job was just pandemonium because I was frantically tweeting or blue skying or
Yeah,
Instagramming everything.
yeah.
Really quick before we begin, I'm joined by my good buddy Steven, aka K0PPK0PP. Please say hello. Let everyone know who you are.
Hello, hi everybody. It's me, Cop, aka your friendly neighborhood sober streamer. Corey is one of my besties, and I'm so happy to be here to do this. Yeah, this is sort of what we've all been waiting for like over a year now,
Yeah.
and then it just fell out of the sky on a Saturday.
Seriously. Like we've gotten previews for Final Fantasy, then we got previews for Dragons or whatever the Tarkir set is, and then previews for Spider-Man. Like it has not stopped in like a 2-week period. It's been previews after previews. But I needed to get Steven here for this because for the last 2 conventions, we have seemingly at random run into each other while you're dressed as Spider-Man, and then talked about our predictions for this set. So the second it came out and it was brought up and I saw you in one of those Discord channels, I was like, we gotta chat. We gotta do something about this.
Right now. Yeah, absolutely.
So for those of you, for the uninitiated, IGN previewed, as of the recording of this today, Saturday, March 1st, they previewed a special box set, a scene box similar to what they did in Lord of the Rings for Spider-Man, with 6 cards. There's 4 characters and then 2 sorceries, I think, or 2 spells.
No, artifact and a sorcery. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, that's right. The pumping bombs are an artifact. That's right. I wanted to chat with you and just get your initial reaction, like what you think about them, and then just like where do we go from here? Obviously this isn't the main set. These aren't these because that was the first thing I thought. I saw these and I was like, okay, these are cool, but this like, are we getting more? Obviously we're getting more, and then I saw that this was a box set thing. So
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
think it's like, so first off, yeah, not standard legal, which is super important. I think people's initial reaction was like, oh my goodness, here we go. Like, I don't want these cards in my format or whatever. I was like, it's not about your format, right? This is so much about, these are just the display cards and literally to give us a taste. All the art goes together, which I absolutely love. Some of the predictions I feel like we called, like Venom being black green was like solid. Like I think we all saw that coming. And I think, Spider-Man in blue white was like, yeah, that makes sense as one of the versions because this is sensational Spider-Man, right?
Correct.
There's probably going to be more iterations, and they talk in the IGN article about how that Spider-Man's also green coded, which I thought was pretty shocking. I did not see green in that color pie at all. Did you?
I don't think so. And then I started trying to think of the different I guess we can just call them variants because that's what Marvel wants to seem to do. I try to think of different variants of Spider-Man, and I can't think of a green variant. Like maybe what's that one? I guess it's not really Spider-Man, but it's freaking Ben Reilly's evil version now. That's out.
Oh yeah.
Like the purple suit with the green accents, like maybe that one. I'll put a picture. I can't think of the name right now, but
I like the connection to the animal itself is like the logic in the IGN article and also the design. But then my brain starts to go around. But isn't every major Spider-Man character and villain animal coded?
Yeah.
Like, we have a lizard and a vulture. Like we have so many other animal coded things that everyone can't be green.
I never thought of that. That most of the villains are green, like have some sort of green accent to them.
So and they're also all rhino, So I'm very interested to see where that goes. I love that Spider-Man deals with stun counters. I think that's smart.
Very. It reminds me of the Marvel Snap version of Spider-Man, like webbing things up.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe I got from it when I first saw it. But sorry, go ahead. I cut you off there.
No, you're good. My immediate thought was just a better Hilda.
Dude, same. I have a Hilda deck that I put together for Mjolnir specifically, and I immediately was like, okay, well, Hilda's out, and now Spider-Man is the commander of that deck. Like, gone.
Yeah.
And just
Easy.
change some of the stuff to more stun counter focused, and like that deck builds itself, which is really cool. Really cool.
Venom's got a symbiote creature type, cares about symbiotes.
Yep.
I think that's even though our prediction about commander decks is completely out the window at this point.
Yeah, there was no mention,
Corey
right?
I had a lot. There's no commander decks. No.
None. There's none.
There's none. This is just a standard legal set. So we can throw our symbiote commander deck idea out the window.
Yep. But they do have the welcome decks, right? We did see pictures.
Yeah.
But I didn't see any symbiote. I didn't see it. Well, maybe there was event. No, there wasn't. I saw there was 2099. There was Spider-Gwen, Miles Morales, and then I think I'm trying to find that article with all the pictures, and I can't find that article anymore. I can only see this one that has like the 3 main cards in it. But interesting. So going back to Venom though, really quick, how do you feel about Venom's design on this card? Like, I see some people saying that it's kind of flavorful, that he kind of grows bigger as he exiles things. Like, the flavor of the Venom card is the only one really that I wasn't. I guess we'll talk about Green Goblin, I guess. But the Venom one, I was expecting a little more out of. But I'm curious what you thought.
I feel like it to me, it's fine. It's like it consumes. I think when I think about Venom, I think of this sort of a consuming destruction.
Yep.
And I like that it does that, and it gets stronger as it consumes. But like at base, yeah, it's a Vigilance Menace 4/4 for 4 mana. Like that's. So it's not amazing. I'm not gagged over it, right? Like I'm not freaking out. Like this is the best Venom thing I've ever seen. I'm like, sure,
it's good. It's all right.
Makes sense. Yeah,
I think the thing to keep in mind too that I had to keep reminding myself and people in like comments was like, this is not the final set. Like this isn't the main Venom card. This isn't the main Spider-Man. It's not the main Green Goblin. There's gonna be more of them. So
yeah, agreed.
This is just a fun little box art.
What do you? So what about Green Goblin? Because you started.
Yeah, okay. So Green Goblin is Rakdos. Interesting color identity, I think. I mean, with the name like Green Goblin, I was expecting green in it. But, what are you going to do? So 3/3 flyer. Whenever you discard a non-land card, put a 1/1 counter on target goblin you control. Whenever you discard a land, make a tap treasure token. I'm racking my brains trying to figure out how this is like supposed to represent Green Goblin.
Yeah. The thing that gags me is that like he cares about other goblins.
Goblins, yeah.
So goblins, which I can't imagine there's a lot in the main set. Like in the Spider-Verse set, I don't think there's got to be a bunch of goblins for that support. And clearly, we can't discard lands to make untapped treasure tokens. That will go bad very quickly.
Yes.
So we have to make tapped ones.
Yep.
The only thing I can jump to, and it's in the video that I made that's going to be dropping or has dropped at this point.
I'll link to that one so you can see it.
Oh, thank you. Is that I think it's funny that Osborn has a lot of money, so of course he would make treasure tokens.
That was the only thing I could think like connect. Like, okay, Osborn's rich.
Yeah.
So he's just making treasures out in these streets.
Yeah,
I got to keep reminding myself that these aren't the final iteration. Well, they are the final of this product. But we're going to hopefully see a different version.
I do like that Pumpkin Bombs goes with Goblin, right?
Yes.
Like if I Goblin Pumpkin Bomb and I discard 2, I can pump the Goblin or make a treasure, pass the bombs off.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I think if I was going to build this Green Goblin, I would... I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess you go goblins, right? It seems like a pretty no-brainer, but I would try to find a way to just go heavy into the discard theme of it, because black and red. I watched a video from Girl Pod earlier. They made a really good point of black and red are great colors for recursion, for burn. So you can just go heavy into discard and reanimator effects. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, I'm curious.
It's basically Angie. Like I think about Angie when I think about discard, right?
For sure.
Like you can toss a madness into that as
well.
Oh
heck yeah! I didn't even think about madness. Dang.
Yeah, you can get a lot of benefits off. It's also cycling. Like cycling is so prevalent now with Aether Drift coming back. That
Yep.
So all in there.
I'm interested. And then lastly, we kind of talked about Pumpkin Bombs. That's a fun artifact that cares about drawing and discarding. But the last 2 pieces in this are good old Doc Ock and his grasping tentacles. No one's ever going to make a terrible alternate art about that one, right?
Never.
not we don't have to worry about that.
It's gonna be fine.
I like this. I like Doc Ock. I think it's a fun card. I definitely would like to build around this. And honestly, I don't cosplay, right? But I feel like my body type is going to go really well with trying to cosplay Doc Ock.
Yeah, honestly, and that's probably a super fucking comfortable cosplay too.
Like, just get like a green turtleneck or sweater, and then just make some yellow accents on it. Like, I'm solid.
Yeah.
You got to figure out. I don't know how I would do the tentacles though. That would be.
Well, what you really have to figure out is the bowl cut. You gotta the
Yeah, I have no hair already, so I'd have to get a wig and then like go to somebody to cut a bowl cut out of a wig.
Come on, bowl cut wig.
Easily, we can do it. We'll do it. And then you and I can trope around the next MagicCon together and as Spider-Man and Doc Ock. That would be awesome.
That'd be great.
But anyway, going back to the card itself, I like Doc Ock 5 and blue-black for an 8/8. So he's expensive. Beginning of combat on your turn, target non-creature artifact you control becomes an 8/8 robot villain artifact creature in addition to its other types, and it doesn't revert back.
It doesn't revert.
It just stays as an 8/8 robot villain. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like that it's villain support, which comes back from Doctor Who.
Yep.
And like, at first I was like, 7 mana is so much, and ironically, there's 8. Everything is 8 except the mana cost, which is 7.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. You're gonna 7 mana for an 8/8 creature off Doc Ock, and then a second 8/8 in the same turn is really strong.
I mean, you permanently crew vehicles. You know, your Soul Ring, your Power Stones, like all those inconsequential mana rocks are now 8/8 punchies. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I did like Doc. That was one of the ones that I mean, besides Spider-Man, that I was like, okay, this is cool. I like this one. And then the last one, the Tentacles, 1 blue-black for a sorcery. Target opponent mills 8 cards. You may put an artifact card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Obviously goes well with the Doc Ock card because then you can turn it into a creature, and then you can ruin people's days with their own artifacts as 8/8s.
Yeah. And
an 8/8's that's nothing to wink at. Like, an 8/8's scary.
It's very scary, yeah. Also, 3 mana to mill 8 is really like. The only thing I can think of that's prior is like Glimpse the Unthinkable, which is 2 mana for 10, but you don't get something out of it. Like, I think that's kind of cool.
I'm cool with that cost. I'm cool with the effect. I like the art on it. The mosaic of this. I keep scrolling on my phone, and the next picture is a Bluey picture, and it keeps making me giggle. The mosaic on this, when it all comes together, looks really cool. And I mean, I'll get 2 of these, like one to put as like an art thing, and then one to take apart and use the cards, obviously. But yeah, I mean, overall, if you had to give this like a letter grade for representation of Spider-Man, what would you give it?
B+. I'm at a B+. Yeah.
I'm probably right there. I think that's a very solid score for that. I think the Spider-Man looks really cool. I think Venom and Green Goblin, okay. I could see it. Could be better. And then, like I said, I like Doc Ock and I like the Sorcerer. I also like Pumpkin Bombs. I can find a few decks to put that kind of effect in. So
I can see the underlying design concept and thought in a few things. Like, so for Doc Ock, it makes sense that when he enters, he's not going to attack first. He's going to throw something in front of him to attack first, which is the 8/8 robot villain artifact that's already been on the battlefield. That design logic makes total sense to me.
100%.
And I mentioned it in my video, but Pumpkin Bombs, discard 2, draw 3 is Cathartic Reunion.
Yeah.
Which I think is really beautiful flavor, that every time Spider-Man comes into contact with the Green Goblin, there's a Cathartic Reunion, no matter which narrative you run with.
Oh, man.
That's, right?
I would love that as a reprint. I would love that as a reprint.
Woo! That'd be so good.
Oh, man. I'm so excited about this set. We've geeked out over this a few times, but this is right up my alley. I'm so excited for all of it.
Now I feel like, how long are we going to have to wait for the next one?
Forever.
Forever.
We have so many things in between now and then that, like, they're going to go back into Dragons of Tarkir stuff soon. and then they're gonna have to go into Final Fantasy, and then there's got to be sets in between those too, right? Like, it doesn't go into Final Fantasy into Spider-Man, right? No, because Final Fantasy is in June. Oh, all right.
I believe it. Oh no, wait, no, because there's the space set in between Fantasy and Spider-Man.
Yeah. So we got a while. I don't like. I almost wish we didn't get these yet, right?
I agree. I thought it was not only just like how random it was, but also that IGN got it.
Yeah.
We just came back from Chicago. Why was this not in the Chicago preview part? Like, it could have been, instead of giving us the Atla like spoiler.
Yeah.
Like, give IGN the Atlas spoiler, give us the Spider-Man parts, you know?
Seriously. I agree. I was surprised that there was no, they talked about it, but then there was no spoilers for it. There was no previews for it. I was pretty surprised. You know,
I sat in the audience in the suit.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the spoiler because I was in the audience in full suit. And it didn't happen, and I walked out of there so sad.
I wish that if there was a video of that, like they just pan to the crowd and slowly zoom in on you, and it's just the lone Spider-Man in the crowd, just like, oh, okay. You get up and walk away.
Instant viral for the worst reasons. Like,
that would have been amazing. We should recreate that in Vegas somehow. Just put that together and make a video of it, just as a small short. What is the one version of Spider-Man you want to see come out of this set? Because we know we're getting Spider variants, obviously. Like, we got 2099, Miles Morales. Like, those are all pieces we've seen. We haven't seen the cards, but we've seen them on box art.
Right.
What version of Spider-Man are you hoping comes out of this?
I love the Superior Spider-Man.
Oh, God damn it. I was going to be my pick.
It's one of my favorites.
Yep.
The character journey, the lessons learned, but also, like, we know Spider-Man pulls his punches, and when Doc Ock realizes that, and he's like, oh shit, it's like such a good fucking moment.
Like, oh my God, you've been pulling your punches this whole time. Like, I could kill, like, I almost killed this person.
Yep. It's huge, because you also get Ghost Peter Parker going through his life and his memories and his family, and it's like, it rips my fucking heart out.
Yep. But yeah, no, I was gonna say the same thing. Superior Spider-Man is probably one of my favorite versions of the character. I agree with the story arc and how everything pans out, and you know, you see Doc Ock go from being this, you know, maniacal overlord into like becoming Peter Parker and becoming Spider-Man and knowing what it is to be that side of it. So I don't know how they would do it. We're probably just gonna get like maybe a red-black Rakdos version of Spider-Man, which would make sense, but. I agree. That would be the one I'd pick. But I guess in the going in like a different direction, so there's two different ones here. I would probably have to go with. I would like to see House of M Spider-Man. I think that'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
I would like to see. I guess it's not really a variant, but I would love to see his Parker Industries, like the Mark III suit, where it's like the metal suit with like the blue spider. I think that would be really cool. That's just getting nitpicky down to suits, I guess.
Blue white though, already
blue white
color by, so
right, that'd be cool. But anyway, all right, Steven, thank you for hanging out. I was super excited to talk about this. I'm really glad we got to come together and geek out over this set. It's gonna be so good.
Thank you for having me,
Corey.
Heck
yeah. All right, I'm going to link Steven's video that he did in the comments below. So if you haven't already watched that, go do that. And yeah, we hope to see, we're going to see more about this, and I can't wait. And when it does, maybe we'll geek out again over it.
Yeah, part 2.
Hell yeah. Stay tuned. All right, be good people. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.